Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Brewmaster!
Radiant team pick.
Clockwork!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Winter Rider.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
I
Time is
think-
running down on their ban.
I think TB Mirana is still undefeated as a duo, so you could lock it up
Why
right
is the
here.
Ashe
if
so
you
good?
just-
I don't know.
I don't know why that's the duo of all things. Maybe it's just the power of anime and the Dota anime, but we'll see.
Potentially, yeah. That's why TB
Then
is so
you-
strong in general. The anime villain has to be
You get
hyped
the
up.
anime buff. Oh yeah. You can't have it be a bad
Why-
hero and then put out the anime, and it's unbelievable.
And Dragon Knight and Mirana should also be undefeated.
Yeah, well, Dragon Knight, he's the main character. He's the protagonist, so he's gonna lose
He
a
doesn't
couple
get the
battles
villain
here
buff.
and there. He's not gonna be perfect, but the villain until
True.
he's defeated is normally perfect.
We need the ratio though. How many personas lost compared to normal Dragon Knights?
Ah, true.
'Cause maybe the
Ooh,
persona is undefeated.
You're right. It has to be
Yeah.
100% anime for the undefeated.
Yeah.
Dire team pick. Radiant team.
Grimstroke.
That was
Okay.
a lot of
Phoenix.
time for a Grimstroke.
They instant picked
Okay.
Phoenix too. They didn't even think. Okay, so it is the mid laner, and sanking Phoenix makes a lot more sense. And clock 5. Clock TB, the lane is not the strongest. Not terribly weak though. If we can
10
separate someone that can
seconds
kill him. What is the answer from EHOME? They need a mid hero that
remaining.
deals with the
5
egg.
seconds remaining.
So
Yeah.
you're supposed to predict for us.
Oh.
We're putting all our
There's no
confidence
time.
in you.
Damn
No,
it.
you gotta
This
do
is-
it. 15
This is the
seconds.
issue that we saw for the game 2.
What does XM
is-
play? I don't know. Some spirit.
This happened
Amber.
in game 2 though for EHOME. They got backed into this little time, running out, and
Zeus.
they're gonna pull out the Zeus.
Against Clock, that's risky. Against Phoenix, that's risky. But
Oy.
Is it a comfort hero for XM?
it,
I don't think so.
it is. It's a good answer to
Is it?
TB.
Okay.
If it could survive.
I've definitely seen him play it before and own on it. But
Well,
against
maybe-
Clockwork, it's.
maybe they think they have other heroes to counter that clock, and they just really want to be focusing on this TB. I mean, game number 2, they really.
It's a
didn't
good
have an
Zeus
answer
game
to
though.
do.
You can get the shard and you can just jump out of the clock with the weird Mario jump thing,
Yeah,
which I
that
don't know why
one's
this is
weird.
Dota.
Oh, I'll take your word for it with that description. But guys, is this the draft to get Elephant the 3-1 in this best of 5? Is that where you're placing your predictions?
Nah, EHOME got this.
Oh,
I like the Zeus
okay.
pick. It's a good answer to Terrorblade. We haven't really seen it much,
Mm-hmm.
but if anyone can do it, then it's XM.
Okay, you believe that it's enough to shut down the Terrorblade and they're not going to get Elephant online with that draft, Bkop? Similar?
I kind of think so too. With Chalice on this brew, we saw how much the Brewmaster was able to get, and I kind of have a little bit of confidence here with EHOME in this draft. I think the only question in my eyes isn't even the XM Zeus, it's Sylar on this Luna. He's got to really perform out of his gourd to tie the series up and force a game 5.
Well, let's see if EHOME can tie this series up as we jump into game number 4.
Prepare for battle.
Danke.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Kamsahamnida. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. I'm sure we can figure out some more for the next time. But our vocabulary is ever expanding, of course. We are an educational cast. So we want to make sure you learn something every time you tune into us. That's where
Hopefully
you're
so.
supposed to say something smart.
Something smart. Nailed it.
Nice. Good job.
You told me to say
So
something
love
smart.
you,
I said it.
Bkop. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I wanted.
Of
No
course.
complaints from me. Now
glad.
give me the lowdown here on the draft.
30 seconds to battle.
Ooh, now I gotta analyze. I mean, I do kind of like this EHOME draft. I don't know if I don't hate the Zeus pick. I just didn't expect it. It wasn't something that I was thinking in terms of like XM's wheelhouse of something that he's comfortable with. Like I really would have thought out of everything he might have even gone into the Ember, but I don't know how well Ember would have played in this game anyway.
It's a little bit scary to pick Zeus this game, just because they don't really have a front line. There are 4 heroes here, 4v4. We're taking a lot of damage.
3-man stun from the LSA.
Yeah. But, you know, that's the biggest problem usually when you pick Zeus and don't have a front line. Like, Brewmaster can be that, I guess, but he needs some farm to be able to do it. But if you have no front line and they just... Like, how do you fight? Like, everyone wants to run. You need space, he needs space. Like, I need this guy to go in first. Can get very problematic. Much more straightforward this time around for Elephant.
Right. Bushwhack. You're taking a little bit of damage on this TB. Goes into that first level of the meta.
Ooh, Fade.
He's a couple of right clicks away from dying and will be first blood. Fade gonna drop here to Eurus after they tried to play that aggressively, and there's definitely a hero you don't want to be giving up more than needed, and well, that's TB.
Yeah, after last game, can't be feeling too good about that. It's pretty unusual also to see these kind of mistakes from him. It's definitely... He's definitely slightly affected by what's been going on. Let's hope we can recover from that. And bot lane... Yang is taking a lot of damage, but... Really all he's looking for is for an okay lane. He doesn't need to crush the lane, he just wants to get up to his Blink Dagger at a decent time. Just to have some initiation, some team fight. Because Clock is gonna hook in, then you can set up for a really good epicenter afterwards.
I'm wondering about FY on this Phoenix. It's not really a hero that I think of when I'm thinking of FY.
He played a really good Phoenix a while back though, so I know for sure that he can play it well. But yeah, as you said, it's not what I would expect either when I think about FY.
I'm surprised we didn't see Earth Spirit at all throughout this series. I think both the 4s on these teams are really good with it.
Yeah, I thought last game actually we were gonna see it, but didn't end up happening. Lane so far.
Mid. How's this going for both these heroes? 11-3 to the 11-1.
Yeah. So far it's just TB that's really far ahead of the pack. But the rest is very even. Yeah. Zeus versus Lina is pretty even. Both just farm.
So far, at least, yeah.
Sometimes Lina has a little bit of an advantage when Zeus, where Zeus can't come back to the lane, just because you can stand on the high ground and Zeus can't really combat you. But Arc Lightning spam usually should make sure that you get to level 6 okay. But you see he's posturing here. It's not easy for XM to get back into the lane.
He's actually taking a lot of damage here from Somnus for the moment. LSA on cooldown for another 2 seconds. But this is really not feeling too comfortable just yet for XM, and I guess it comes down to rune control as well.
Look at Sanking though. He has almost no net worth. Struggling a lot down there. It's not an easy lane, of course. He needs to buy a lot of extra regen. Especially
Hard to burn. Lucid Beam. Yang taking some damage. He does have the Burrow Strike to make some distance away if he really was to get into a lot of trouble. Burrow Strike actually hits on a Sylar, and he'll trade a couple of right clicks back and forth.
Paid again. He's getting cocked. He's just dead.
Yeah, he's getting caught here, and he's going to be dead for the second time. It's not really something you want to happen as you're giving it up to Somnus. It's 2 heroes now that you've given a kill to that are crucial to the win here for Elephant, and Sylar is going to die, and they might even just lose the Winter Wyvern. FY gets 1, Yang gets the other. The Bushwhack will trade. Fade kills off Yang. So they finally get 1, but every lane has lost a hero now.
Yeah, was it?
More so, it was Hoodwink who was mid, though.
Yeah, it was a good consolation prize for Fade, at least. So his game is now okay again, like he won't be under-leveled or anything like that. But yeah, as you said, already 1k lead. This Terrorblade is almost 800 gold ahead of the Brewmaster. Nobody want to see suddenly Sanking because of a double kill ahead of the Luna. And Lina is also winning middle. So, things are looking really good for Elephant. But
Yeah.
Zeus is gonna be 6 soon. And then the silence can break wide open.
Hogs again pressuring Chalice. His lane not going swell.
Yeah. Like, Brewmaster is not the strongest laner. It's just once you get this axe refresher timing, you're almost unstoppable. Bottle refill for Somnus. Terrabit's gonna be scary this game. You have good counters though this time around.
He hasn't been
Just isn't
forced
enough.
into the jungle yet. Like his lane
Yeah.
isn't becoming difficult at all at the moment. I think he's confident here and might not even need to be forced back into the jungle too quickly either.
Yeah, because Fate left very early, and already with the first blood advantage, Heroes having a hell of a time. Somnus rotating bottom with an Arcane Rune. They should be aware of this because he walked through a ward.
But they're not moving. And they've got vision of X Nova. They know exactly where he is.
And they can't be getting caught here. Like, they know exactly what's going on. It happened all... they're playing defensively now. So, they definitely know.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Somnus over in the trees. LSA actually misses. It's wasted time now.
Tough kill.
And he's
Now
gonna
he's keeping top instead.
TP top.
But might be even more
Interesting.
wasted
So
time.
he really wants to make an impact, but Fade, they're gonna step forward. Might be able to get something done if you can get battery assault on any of these heroes with the cogs, but battery assault on cooldown for another 3.
It was like a good 1.5 minutes now where he hasn't really gotten much.
Yeah.
Well played by EHOME.
And now he's actually falling behind XM in terms
Oh,
of
he's running back
experience.
top again? No. Like, nobody took middle throughout all of this too, so there's a lot of wasted experience.
Super battery assault, cogs. Somnus is going to make his way over, but I don't think it's going to be in time. The right clicks, though, on the Chalice, and ooh, it's close, but not enough again. And Somnus refusing to come over. He's got the Laguna Blade. May have been able to pop Chalice as they're diving for it. They want to go after Eurus. He doesn't have Sunder. He went 0-3-3 to start. Taking a lot of damage to the Cinder Brew, burning him, but not going to be enough to get the kill.
Nice
They look
double
over,
stun.
Somnus in, and Chalice should die here. Laguna Blade is the finish. They'll let Fade walk away, and that Thunder God's Wrath doesn't get the kill on a TB either.
Yeah, TB got healed up too soon. Would have been a massive kill if they could have gotten the TB. But good plays there by Elephant to heal him up ASAP. Make sure that can't happen. Side-Eye is uncontested for now, though. Gonna be able to catch up a little bit. Going for the Mask of Madness farm up build. Which means Zeus should be going into the Aetherlands and probably a fast Aghanim Scepter. But early game, looking very good for Elephant.
Elephant rolling at the moment. TV top of the
How
net
close?
worth
4 to
and
6.
by a lot.
Almost.
Close. But it's slow considering Sand King's 6 1/4.
Yeah. Like, that's gonna be the big team fight all they have to fight around.
Okay, Laguna up in 8, but coming over to the side is EHOME. X-Nova, he's got vision on Somnus. Somnus might just be dead here. Bushwhack and the damage. Somnus, LSA misses, so should be dead, and they'll get the kill. XM, they'll get credit for that one with that lightning bolt.
There's no dive.
Hey, you already
Like,
used
no
it,
boots.
so they're gonna get a second Bushwhack. And another one. XM with a double
And a
kill.
stack.
That's a little bit of an interesting movement from Elephant. I don't know if Super really wants to go in on that. He's not level 6, doesn't have a hook shot, and there's nothing to follow up any aggression that he's going to put on this team anyway.
Yeah. Very good kills. EHOME needed that. Alleviate some pressure. And there was without Brewmaster, who has been just catching up all this time. He is gonna go into the Midas, the usual build-up. It's about 1,000 gold away.
Dire's middle tower is
It's definitely one of the worst Brewmaster starts we have seen, though. Despite that, however, he's only 200 gold behind Sanking. So it's not super bad.
Right.
How's Luna looking? Finished her mom. Got some good stacks to go through. So her net worth is spiking up as well. And closer to Terrorblade.
Smoke again from EHOME.
Yeah. So this is just what Euros likes to do. He doesn't get any reflection and he might be getting caught out. Or Super is in such a good position though.
Battery assault super low. Cogs pushing back Chalice. And Eurus is still going to farm this ancient camp while the pressure's on a super.
Yeah, he knows they have nothing to get on top of him. And well played by Super. Sure he dies, but better him than a Terrorblade.
radiant structures
For sure.
fortified. Dire's
They're pressuring top
structures
at
are
the same time.
fortified.
Catapult
And
hitting,
Somnus is
Xena
getting
hitting
close
as
to
well.
10.
Yeah,
Get that extra 30 damage.
their talent is pretty ridiculous.
Bottom tower.
Like Gyrocopter gets like plus 12 or something.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Why does he get plus 30? It's a big number.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
It's a big number to his DPS considering he's also got, you know, the Fiery Soul.
Yeah. The combination of both just makes it so strong. Syla almost Dragonlance finished.
Under attack.
He's going for a lot of very small early game
Dire's bottom tower is under
efficiency
attack.
items. Has to be careful though that his inventory doesn't just get, you know, clustered with bad items. Well, not bad items, but like small items. Otherwise you run into the Sven problem, where you just run out of slots and you're like, eh. Doesn't feel too good.
So
Terrorblade.
Zeus gets that level 10 hook shot all the way in on
Nice.
XM. They've got the battery assault. X Nova coming over though, and the Winter's Curse will stop Somnus from landing in LSA and continuing to put the pressure onto XM. The rotations are in from EHOME. The Supernova isn't in a good enough spot. No, there are right clicks here available to make sure that they kill off this egg. They got the kill on FY as well as Super. Somnus looking next. Sharpshooter hits from Fade, and they will get 3. A very good reactionary measure coming in from EHOME.
Yeah, that was all without Sanking because he was busy finishing his blink. And aggression this time backfires heavily. They lose 3 very important heroes. Finally a good response from EHOME. Yes, Yang, I know. You like to pump it?
Going to pump you up.
Radiant structures
Yes, Yang
Don't you
slaps
know,
his tail.
Pump it up. Just pump it up.
Bottom
Wyvern
lane
sticking bottom
TV
to
just
defend.
pushing in. Yeah.
Has to be careful though.
He's got Yasha Dragonlance right now.
Yeah, he's
Hook
a
shots
big
available.
boy.
They can go for X Nova. We'll see how willing Super is to just go for this. He's gotten a chance to maybe get a kill. Rocket Flare, Arctic Burn, that's going to be done. So now you go in with the hook shot. You've got the cog. Silars did to Yang off screen. Bushwhack coming through though. And now with the battery assault, Sharpshooter. It might end up being a trade and should be. Chalice here with the Thunderclap.
Is it though?
Super. He's taking a lot of damage. And oh, Eurus just turns this around and he's got the damage output to
Fade
get to
too.
the third over the map. Fade's gone again. Whoa.
fortified.
EHOME,
They're bleeding
they
away
have
way
played
too
this
many
game so
heroes.
well. Yeah, and they just bleed it all out. That is... Whoa.
I think that's what you call unnecessary. It's a +5 clock. You don't need to overcommit for that. It's not like he has a massive killing spree or anything. Look at this Terrorblade's net worth suddenly. He killed the Luna. He got like 3 kills on Terrorblade.
Under attack.
Oy.
He's suddenly over 1k ahead. Yang didn't even use Epicenter for that. He killed him with Laguna. Oh, X-Nova running into death.
Yeah, X-Nova,
Potentially.
Supernova right on top of him with the Winter's Curse. And look at the kill on X-Nova. They'll take out FY. Blink away by Yang.
Can't move.
He doesn't have any
Good.
mana.
Look, he can't move. Move his speed.
Shooter. There it is.
It's good space.
I need
though.
to get good at Hoodwink.
Yeah, Hoodwink is
Sharpshooter
good.
kills seem fun.
They are. and it's really far, and it does a shit ton of damage.
Hook shot out onto the brew. Battery assault once again. Somnus coming over. LSA will land with the Dragon Slave. He does have Laguna Blade and will use it. Chalice ends up dead. But for a second, he might get the Primal Split off. Somnus was kind of given a little bit of time in between his abilities.
Never happening against Clockwork, unfortunately. Battery just doesn't allow it the interval. Which is why they picked it in response.
Middle tower is
As
under
soon as they
attack.
picked the Brewmaster. Syla is getting some space, but so is Eurus. And we know how comfortable Eurus is on his Terror Blade. And it's gonna be tough because Zeus is quite shut down. And he's
Yeah.
supposed to be the big counter to him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Going for the Scotty. Already has enough for the point booster. Close to 1 ulti orb.
He's getting a ton of space to farm.
4K
Syla
up.
is
It's
farming-
a lot different than when Elephant was playing against the TB.
Yeah. We just see like how split EHOME is this entire series already. It's kind of also why they lost game 2. Because they just keep splitting. They want to be maybe even too efficient.
Is under attack.
And Sanking is on the prowl. Oh, they caught out. Oh, just barely. Like Sylar again, he always does this. All by himself. Like, no, you can't do that, Sylar.
If he shows to the creep weave, he might be dead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oof.
Radiant's
I think they were.
Guys playing with
he's
fire.
fortunate that Super is not close enough to land that hook shot.
Yeah. Gotta be careful. He doesn't have BKB just yet. Zuzel popped. Scout him out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Already one of those ulti orbs picked up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, he's getting scarily big. Sanking's still on the hunt. Or they got the Zeus maybe.
Let's see.
Ooh.
He's moving up in the
So
lane.
oh, that's so dangerous.
And nah. Yang showing himself, but I've got the sentry right there anyway, even with the Zeus nearby.
Yep, on both sides of the river. They're looking for Phoenix. One bushwhack could be all they need to kill him.
Icarus dive away, but that puts him right in the trees, and that's not gonna work. That Sunray trick is not gonna be enough.
Radiant's middle
Just TP out. They have no cancel.
Oh no! Oh, I thought they had the damage for a second.
El damage, not enough.
Radiant's
Zeus gonna pop meta for this?
is under attack.
No.
Doesn't need to just yet.
Radiant's
Just continuing to
wanna
use
hard
those
come into the tower.
illusions.
Yeah. But you see a lot of resources are being lost by EHOME. Also a lot of creeps are dying to the tower. What can they do with the Luna BKB timing now?
Radiant's bottom tower is
They
under
need to win a decisive fight.
Definitely. Wrapping around
Sure,
on Fade.
Fade.
Laguna Blade is there with the battery assault. Actually, the last tick goes to Super.
The double damage.
So he's
Someone
still
has to be
for
careful.
EHOME. They've got the double damage. They're going to get the right clicks in, but they've used the glyph. So now Somnus needs to be careful in getting out, but I don't think he will. They've got the damage, and they'll
He's
get this
gone.
kill. Plays a little bit too aggressive, and they're going to deny the tower.
tower has been
I can't believe how like
That was
up
overconfidence.
in their face they're playing. Yeah, he's just hitting the
Yeah.
tower like that, all by himself.
Actually,
did you think
an
would happen?
absurd amount of confidence on that one.
Like you're not playing a pub game. Okay, space for TB. He's gonna have a Scotty after the stack. Or at least be very close to it. But Zeus doesn't care about that. Because Zeus is of course percentage of damage. Which will kill your illusions no matter what. And chunk through that health
CFX
pool.
coming out.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to shard and blink next just for mobility. You really want to have that jump against the clockwork. It's basically like a cheap fake
must.
force staff.
Yeah.
I don't know what the cooldown on this actually. 11
150
seconds.
gold needed for the Scotty for TB.
Yep.
I will say He's not leveling as much as I thought he would, but he's using his illusions a lot to just go and get that farm as Super dies to the Eclipse from Sylar. And there's the Scotty finish. That was an Eclipse
An
for a
Eclipse
5. Yeah.
They don't like
They're in
super at
Roche,
all.
but they gotta expect that they're coming around. Bushwhack, Nimbus, LSA on the 2. Laguna Blade with the Winter's Curse. It's there. Supernova. It gets
got
off.
bashed.
They get the kill on a Sylar. Roche helps out. He's a fan of Elephant. They'll get the kill on X Nova, and Fade will die too. Zeus trying to get anything that he can, but XM has to turn around and leave this fight. Brewmaster in a lot of trouble with Eurus on his tail. Chalice will run, but he won't run far enough. And it's 4 kills for the side of Elephant. That's Supernova, a big turnaround in Roche, showing that he is a fan of Elephant, even though they're going to kill him next.
That was such a well-placed egg to begin with, but I think they would have killed it if it didn't get bashed on Luna. Well, things happen sometimes. You know, like a 3-man Centaur Stomp, or 4-man Centaur Stomp, as we have seen in the SEA qualifier. Sometimes luck is on your side, sometimes it's not. This time around, EHOME is in a very tight spot. What do you do to recover from here? You got decent high ground with Zeus, of course, but your Luna
gonna
is
be
not
tough.
all that strong anymore. TB's
Yeah.
3k gold ahead of you, while already being considered a counter matchup. You're not gonna have fun at all this game, as Sylar.
So much gold behind. And this was the question I had coming into this game. Could Sylar play well enough to hold this one intact for EHOME? I don't think the question was on XM, because he's having a good game. He's 3-1-6. He's got his Ags. But Sylar now in trouble again. Nimbus out, and well, at least XM will get the kill on a Super. Again, though, it is a 5. Like, you're focusing all this attention. You commit quite a bit to it, and it's only to kill a Clockwork.
I wonder what the plan was, though. Like, he hooked on top of the Luna. Maybe wants to get, like, a BKB charge or something? But there was only a Phoenix around him, and Phoenix
Chalice,
Walker not gonna kill.
Blink,
Ooh.
Burrow Strike. Now they've got the Yules. Landing the
Gone.
LSA, and they've got the Laguna and the right-click damage to get the kill. Somnus starting to hit pretty hard. Not that he's building too much into the damage that we've seen previously, on more mobility and utility. And he's going into another mobility item in the Blink Dagger next.
Yeah, he just wants to be able to jump into the back then together with the Sand King. Plus, they don't really have a great BKB answer other than the Curse. And Phoenix is also getting pretty damn rich. Has a Philosopher's Stone on top of all of his net worth already. He's going to be closing into Shiva's guard.
Staff this time for X Nova, and I think that is maybe based on the last game where he really couldn't get into this Blink Dagger anyway, and he was struggling to find the proper Winter's Curse.
Yeah, you also need it against the Clockwork. Sure, you can fly out yourself, but if like a Luna is trapped, then it's big trouble for her. And I don't know if they're like what they can really do. Right now they're just sitting in their base waiting, but the gold lead is just growing and growing. They gotta get a smoke play out. Like, they need to avoid the Terrorblade and kill the rest of the heroes somehow. The thing is,
Right.
they don't really have any initiation, which is why the lineup is gonna, you know, it's tough to pull off. You don't have stuns. Bushwhack is your best initiation tool. That is the problem.
They finally have 2 charges on this Primal Split with the Ags picked up.
They smoke up straight away. They want to lure Elephant into a bad fight.
Bro Strike coming through, that's gonna hit onto the Hoodwink, and now Hookshot, I believe, is away from Super. Yang trying to get out. He's into the Sandstorm. They've got the Winter's Curse. It's holding down the Terrorblade. Cycloned up, Supernova off to the side, doesn't land on anybody on the Radiant team, and the LSA is not going to hit on anybody either. Eurus still standing his ground and moving forward, but he gets hit by the Bushwhack. Eurus conjuring that image, Sundering Chalice. He'll go back to the Primal Split. That's the second charge with that Ags that's available to him. A stun again onto Eurus, and Sylar He's holding on to this Eclipse. They haven't made the commitment to go for it, even though the Sunder's gone. So, do they even want to make a fight happen down by 10k, or do they just want to fully disengage? They don't
Radiant's middle
Gotta
really
leave.
have anything in the
That has
tank.
Bkop.
Sour's going to try and go for this. The Eclipse down right onto Yang. Is it going to be enough? Thunder God's Wrath. They get the kill on Yang, and now they're going to look over onto Eurus, who doesn't have the Sunder. The Sharpshooter takes on the Aegis. Second life, Acorn Shot, Bushwhack controlling the TB, but Zeus is on the front
Zeus.
line. Zeus is in trouble, and they've got the Laguna Blade. Oh, he gets that shard off, but it's not going to matter. They get the kill on the XM anyway. We'll take what they can get. They lose the Aegis, but they'll back out of this one.
Once that Zeus is dead, all your fighting ability is basically gone. And Brewmaster, as you said, no splits available anymore. As soon as those 2 splits are gone, like your team fight just decreases by like 75%. Like it is so important for EHOME to have those splits. Maybe this could be a comeback avenue that Euros decides to not build BKB. Because they do have a ton of magic damage on the Radiant. Going to Satanic, which is a little bit more greedy. He has a big health pool, but as we said, Zeus doesn't really care about that a whole lot.
For sure. And we'll see if they can beat this TB. Actually, he was fortunate enough because the timing on that Aegis was going to run out soon. When that fight was
and
going
a couple
on.
of seconds left. But then you're faced with the decision, can you really let him live that long? Because he would have probably killed you if you did.
Maybe it's about the mobility in the fighter and the movements around the fight to make sure that you can find him in a position where now you have the opportunity to go and take him out. Oh, as that Aegis expires.
Yeah, like if you make a fight happen, probably needed to wait a little bit longer if that was your plan to kill him as the Aegis expires. But Hoodwink is gonna go into the axe as well. I mean, Sylar finished his Skadi. Like, he is not poor. It just Eurus is too rich.
Yep. 5k
Even
ahead.
Stomless too.
Just about.
Look at the net worth. Same as Luna, pretty much.
I will say though, it's on a lot of utility.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
it's not the right
This
technique that we
isn't-
saw.
Yeah. Shiva's
Surprised by
for
that at all?
FY.
Because I am.
Yeah, I certainly am, especially with the success that we saw from the Lina with the damage build in the game that XM played it.
He's still going into the damage. Just went for the
Chrysalis.
blink to just follow up on the Sanking, I guess. Maybe cut the backline with the Winter Wyvern and Zeus.
Not the worst
Yeah,
idea,
he-
especially now that you've got the Chrysalis.
Yeah, it's good. I love blink daggers against Zeus. Heroes that wanna be in the backline. But if he gets a Yule on him, he might be even able to solo kill him. You just have to be careful. You're still Lina, very squishy. And if you blink into the backline, obviously you're exposing yourself to all of them.
Money to burn.
Right.
Which is why the right click Lina is so popular, right? Because you're in a safe space, you deal a ton of damage from there.
And he's got the extra fiery soul per stack, the health, the damage, like it just the build up of the talents feels so great. Primal split,
honestly
Nimbus
kinda
coming
crazy.
through, Acorn shot, sharpshooter, but the hook shot, it's not going to stop the sharpshooter. The question is, can he land it? And Thunder God's Wrath, they've got this Sand King low. Chalice with a stun, it's still not enough yet. They'll find themselves super. He's alone by himself now, and well, after all that, they get the 5 again, and it's just the 5.
Yeah, while all the sidelines are pushing in, Sumnus is pushed out bottom all the way. XM has to respond right away.
Is under
And
attack.
Sanking's dipping top. Maybe looking for the Hoodwink. A very annoying hero to play against. Oh, they got on Sylar
Ooh,
potentially.
Blink Burrow Strike didn't go on a Sylar, went onto the Winter Wyvern, beneficial for Sylar, but will they stay? Winter's Curse gets used in death, so X-Novi's going to be the first one to fall. They've got the Eclipse coming down out onto Yang, but Sylar, even with the BKB, the damage being taken is too much for him to handle. Fade, Sylar, they'll follow suit in death as well as X-Nova, and now the LSA will miss with the Primal Split being used by Chalice, but this is to run. And Roche is up
Yeah.
in 4.
Are they gonna stay long enough to see it though? Potentially not. But you can just see the matchup Luna against TB is just horrendous. Like, Luna just can't fight. Too much single target damage coming out from Terrorblade. You can't fight back because he has too much armor. He has the Satanic at this point as well. So you just have no chance whatsoever of fighting him. He even went for this BKB now. Kind of put the nail into the coffin and say, EHOME, you fought well, but, you know, we are Elephant, we want to go to TI. And all of these players should be at TI, honestly.
I agree. I think both these teams could be at TI, especially the guys on Elephant. Are just staple names, it feels like, when it comes to TI.
I mean, China is so stacked. 5 Chinese
really
teams at TI this year is by far the most. Alright, EHOME needs to fight here. They have no splits though. They can't fight.
Yeah, this is Aegis Cheese and Shard.
What do you do? They're looking for a fight. Too late.
Ooh, Acorn shot, not gonna matter. Burrow Strike comes in, that's gonna be out on the fade. Hook shot doesn't land, but the Bushwhack's out onto 2. Chalice thinking about going into the primal split, and that's exactly what he's gonna do, but the nib is down. The sharpshooter hits out on the Yang. Acorn shot once again, Cyclone through all the way over onto Super. You've got Yang who will survive. Icarus dive, but FY, he doesn't have Supernova for 15 seconds. They end up getting the kill on a fade. They'll lose Yang, so the Sand King's gone. Super going after Chalice as Somnus is on the other side of the fight. And look over as Chalice is into the pit, but he's got the Spirit Vessel on him. Can they stop this TP? No.
Close. He doesn't have any split available though. So let's see if they smell blood or if they just want to play it slowly and safely. Like Elephant right now, they can smell TI. They know how far they are ahead. And EHOME is on the brink of defeat.
Just about closing
what
in.
kind of
and
magic trick do they have in their magic hat? Someone is looking
I'm
for
not
Zeus.
sure.
It might be a
Sylar just
trap.
takes too much damage even with the BKB.
Yeah, that is the power of Terrorblade. His single target damage is just ridiculous. And he's going into the Swift Blink himself. As we said, that's Zeus's biggest problem. People get on top of him. It's sort of the same thing as an Arc Warden, to be honest, when you play a Terrorblade, where if you get on top of him, suddenly the matchup is not that bad.
$20K lead. Gosh.
Yeah, it's scary, especially after seeing how timid EHOME played in game 2 when they were ahead. You know, like I
True.
can't even imagine what the mindset is right now.
Sylar showing top. And they're
Eurus is
smoking.
like,
They want to get around on this.
get out of my lane.
Sylar, if he stays that close, he might die. He needs to go up on the high ground. Blink Burrow Strike. Ooh, Yules into the air. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication because that was the Yules coming out from the Lina. It doesn't matter anyway. They get the kill on a fade. They'll take the tier 2 tower up towards the top and maybe start their high ground siege. They've got an Aegis on Eurus, and the damage on the Sylar. The Cold Embrace, the BKB, the Icarus side, the Supernova on him. They're going to try and finish it right here, right now. They'll get the kill next over the Burrow Strike as well as the Aegis coming through on the 2 of these heroes. The Supernova is going to go off. They get the kill on the feed as well. Sylar does not have buyback. Elvin's time is now. They'll go after Chalice. He's got the primal split after the Aeon Disc proxy just put that together. He had it locked up and will get himself the chance to go into the primal split. They died the tier 3, but you got to question whether or not they're thinking in the words of LGD or they're thinking in the words of OG, because they don't want to go in too far. They don't want to dive the fountain, and they don't want to give this one away. So Elephant, they'll start on the set of racks over towards top. No tier 2 stand, so they can go for the rest of the base. They still have this Aegis to work with.
Yeah, Metamorphosis is about to expire though. Are they still gonna go for the Rex? I mean, there's no danger at all from the Zeus right now. He just can't come in close. There's no splits available. Winter's Curse on cooldown. EHOME doesn't have anything to fight back. They're gonna have to fight against Mega Creeps.
1 racks, 2 racks, blue racks, red racks. So let's see if they can finish this one off. They're gonna pop the BKB on Somnus. Look over at X Nova. The Laguna Blade is there. They get the kill into the Winter Wyvern. Now Chalice, he doesn't have a primal split. He doesn't have anything to give to this team, and he doesn't have a life anymore. He does have buyback, but what is it worth? Sylar up in 2, Fade up in 2. Backdoor is up. Maybe Elephant take what they've got and leave, but it could just be a fake back. Eclipse coming through. They get the Kona Yang. They're going to use that Thunder God Threat. They've got the stun out on a Super who will go into the jetpack form, but will end up dying. So the buyback committed by this Brewmaster. However, Elephant, they got a lot from that push.
They are holding on though. EHOME is not yet dead. Dota is only over after the throne is destroyed, of course. They do have good high ground with the Zeus. Maybe they can mount the miracle comeback. It's just gonna get tougher and tougher. Terrorblade about to finish the Swift Blink. Luna Daedalus done. Lincoln Sphere done. They're so rich on all of these heroes. And Luna just feels like she can't do anything. She's just getting bullied by everybody. Hebe destroys her. Lina destroys her. She has no place in these team fights.
No.
And Zeus can't initiate. Because there's so many Blink Daggers now that he's actually afraid of casting spells. If they jump him, he's dead instantly. He's close to Refresher Orb.
Aegis.
Oh, he popped meta.
That expires. He pops meta. It's because he's got this haste. He's got the blink, and it's not just the blink. It's the swift blink. Lucent Beam, Bushwhack, holding this Terrorblade close. He's got to be a little bit careful. They'll go though, and I believe that was Ex Novo looking for the Winter's Curse, but that only popped the Lincolns of Somnus, and maybe not expecting that defensive item that was picked up for the Lina. And now the BKB running back, Nimbus down. That won't be available for the fight for a little bit, as EHOME are still trying to hold. Yang thinking about the epicenter, slapping it down, clapping on the ground, and hasn't thrown it out just yet.
Oh, you know though, Elephant is, you know, they're feeling it, man. Like they want to end it right now. It was a very, very preemptive metamorphosis trying to kill the Zeus. They even ran into all 5 heroes of the EHOME side. Heroes are like, go, 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 go. They want it.
It's
been a
with
long
the
road
haste
for
and the
them.
swift blink, yeah, he really wanted it.
Yeah, they took the longest road basically through the lower bracket. Well, I guess they would have to lose, or they start on the lower bracket for what to be the longest road, but the second longest road. And now they're at the last pit stop. Next stop is TI.
Potentially.
Bkop. And Reach.
Are scanning.
It is in Reach, and this is a team that struggled in the DPC. They had been upset a couple times in terms of going to a major. They were on the cusp 2 times.
Yeah. But now finally, with the addition of RTK, with the addition of Super, they haven't always looked great in the qualifier, but definitely much more stable than they have in the 2 seasons that we previously saw them in. And I think it's a steady improvement for them. That's really important. So if they make it, they have another 3 months to get a whole lot better.
And to get better with
And that's
Super
scary
as
for every
well.
team out
He's
there.
just come into this team, and he's working so well with them already.
Yeah.
Clap.
So we keep saying,
Everybody,
though, if Elephant ever
clap
reaches
emotes.
100%,
Yeah. Then they're going to be the team to beat. Sorry, we were watching
Potentially.
Yang just kind of clap his tail on the ground.
yeah, let him clap. I mean, he's celebrating already. Don't celebrate too early, of course, but they know they're in a almost unlosable position here.
Roche potentially back up in 20 seconds. You've got creeps pushing in, making this a little bit difficult to leave your base. It's not Megas just yet, but certainly an issue.
Might as well be Megas, though, because you got these pesky illusions on all lanes pushing in. And this is why Terrorblade is so strong. He isn't even there, but he's pressuring you.
It's going to be a quick Roche, 25 seconds.
And a refresher on Terrorblade.
Might even get a shard from this next Roche.
It's the 3rd Roche. You mean the Scepter, right?
The refresher shard.
Oh, you mean refresher shard. Oh. I would like a Scepter on him more than a shard, to be honest. And I think you would like the Scepter more as well. Especially with a refresher.
Yep.
Double Fear Wave.
Double Terror Wave, an extra 20 seconds, and it is the Ags.
Okay, Gaben smiled upon EHOME. First tier 4 neutral drop for them is a Spell Prison for the Zeus, who just picked up the refresher. He has potential to lay down a lot of pain. They're fighting into an Axe Scepter Terrorblade now with the newly picked up refresher. It's going to be I don't know how you win this fight. Maybe they can do it. It's a miracle. Let's go. What you got, EHOME? This is your final
This
test.
is the stand that they have to make. Yeah, and if they can hold this, potentially a comeback is in their future if they hold this high ground siege.
Yeah.
We've talked about
They
it
have
before.
all
There's
buybacks.
only one place they can come from.
Only Luna has buyback too. So any hero that dies other than Luna is just gonna be out of the fight. Out of the
Rocket
Wyvern.
flare, spotting position. And they're going to go in on this. They're already going to look. Terror wave coming through on a Sylar. He's trying to stand his ground. The loosened beam's not
Let's
going to
get
get
this
up, and now
point.
he's forced that back. He's got the cold embrace on the back line, so they look over at Fade. They've got the kill on the Chalice. There's two heroes that aren't going to be back into the fight. They don't have buyback. They'll use the refresher. They've got the hook shot in. That lands on a Sylar. The Nimbus is down. The Thunder God's Wrath isn't going to be enough damage into the jetpack, and now trying to run, but they get the kill on the Super. It's only Super. The buyback's out. Sylar can't survive. He's got buyback. It's still a 3v5. The Nimbuses are down. The Mega Creep secured. The damage is out, but Somnus moves in with the BKB and the blink forward. Eurus from the side in the trees has the refresher. There's the Terror Wave, fearing
Who's in
them
trouble?
out of this qualifier. It's a full team wipe, and Elephant will qualify and book their ticket to TI.
Wow. Okay, so Elephant, despite not making it to the major, they are not gonna miss out on TI. All of these household names, you know, everybody expected them at TI. Everybody expected them to be at the majors. Finally, with the latest two additions, they work on the consistency. They make it happen. Like everybody thought they're the heavy favorites. On the last day, they finally look like they were.
Yeah, they finally looked like the team that we thought they were. The addition of Super is massive. They play 3 very strong wins to their favor. They look like the team that we wanted them to be all year long, and you now have 3 months to refine it, to forge it up. And I don't know what we're going to see from Elephant at TI. All I know, though, is we're going to see them at TI. That's 5 strong Chinese teams coming into this TI. You've got LGD, Vici, IG, Aster, and Elephant. I mean, that in itself looks like the toughest road for any team outside of the region, every team in the region. And it's nuts. It really is crazy. Really well played by Elephant. We're going to break it down even more in just a moment. We'll take a quick break and be right back in just a second. Stay right there.